As you can see, my clippers have took a beating. This one actually had a cover on it. No, it wasn't. It was the top one had a cover on. I can see it now. I had 3 covers. I had one cover on each one of them, and unfortunately, when I come back, there was only 1 cover on. You know, the wind, the rain, leaving the boat for a long time, things happen. But the depth gauge, as you can see, is really quite bad. You can just about make out the numbers when it's on. This unit here, the masthead unit, actually fell apart. It just totally disintegrated, so I've had to buy a new one. There was a bit the bullet, and I managed to pick up a wireless one, so it saves a lot of wiring run up and down the mast. I'll tell you better when I get the mast back up and see how it's actually going to go. But that was very expensive. That was just under €400. And of course the log, that's fared the worst of them all. Even the buttons has fell off of them. So I'm going to have to try to replace my depth and log. As I say, I've replaced the wind. A good chance for you now, NASA, if you want to jump in and say that you can help me out on these. Unfortunately, I can't get them in Germany just now, nor in Portugal, I should say, because they're not no one is importing or exporting into Portugal just now because of the stupid Brexit thing. But anyway, I'll get them replaced when I'm in Glasgow and bring them back with me for next time. Well, my wind instrument gave up the ghost, so I've had to go and buy a new one. And seeing as I've got the mast down at the moment, it's as good a time to do it as any. So this will be unboxing. Now, the instructions actually say on these that you should do a wiring up on them and test before you put them on the mast, which kind of makes sense. So it's exactly the same as my other one. It's a clipper. The only difference is it's a bit better condition. They don't tend to like 10 years in the sun. So let's see how I'm going to get this out of the box now, and I've rigged up a test wire to power it, so I'm going to stick some power to it and just make sure it's working. It says you should check the numbers too to make sure the numbers correspond. I've done that. Everything seems to be about right. This, I believe, is the sender. Masthead unit with a solar panel. It's supposed to be enough out of 1 day, or 1 hour charge to run it for 12 hours. And of course the gauge, which I think I have to cut.
Oops, cut the cable.
Oh, cut the cable. Okay. I am assuming ground power and MEA. I think I have to do a bit more figuring out. I've only expected to see 2 cables on here. There's 3. Of course. Okay, that's ground. That's power. Okay. I'll just refer to the old descriptions. That's the power for. Okay, now I kind of starting to understand it a little bit. This one here is the power for this unit, and that powers the clock. So that's ground, obviously power. Yeah. Always a good idea. Negative ground, 12 ground, exactly as I thought. Right. HD connection, right, that's fine. Small screwdriver. No more Phillips. I'll just use this one. I'm going to put them too tight because I'm going to be taking these off again for to mount. So far, not so many problems. And I just need to give this power now. That's a black one, so that's negative, positive. Now, I've already checked that I've got power to this. This is all set up into the bus bar at the moment just for a test. I've got the blue as negative and the red. I don't want to touch them together, it's not a good idea. Hey, look!
Oh yeah, look.
Now it should take up to 30 seconds to find the sender unit. That's right.
There it is.
That's not.
No?
No, that's me losing contact. I should have made the contacts proper, but as it's only for a test, I didn't want to mess about. I should. It did also say that if nothing's found within 3 minutes to turn it all off, within 30 seconds I think it is, turn it all off, put this in the sun to charge a little. Right, it's not connecting, so that's what you have to do. You just disconnect that unit, put this in the sun.
Which is not a problem in Portugal.
Which is not a problem in Portugal at all. Did say for a couple of hours, but I'm just going to put it in the sun for a little while. Best place to put it. Yeah, I bought this from Suprema, so there's a very good chance that it's actually been ordered by someone maybe a year ago and it's sat on their shelf ever since. Unfortunately with Suprema, a lot of people tend to order things from them and then before they get here they go off somewhere else and it gets left with Suprema. Now, she's still not coming up, so I have to wait until the battery gets charged a bit more. Okay, well I've had this on charge, well I've had this outside in the sun for about an hour. Just connect this up so that we have power. This red light stays on for about 30 seconds, then it goes off and then it should blink every time it gets a signal from this. Giving the sun a bit longer because it's never had an awful lot of sun. Hey, now we've got it. Yep, I'm moving the wind angle and it's moving. It's fine. Now let's see what happens if I spin the cups. Well, 2.3, 2.6, that's fine. Everything appears to be working. And that's it. It should show. Should show dead downwind at that. Yeah. Close enough. Right, so it's all working fine. Just gonna have to unfasten this onto the mast now. And this is our mast. It's laying on the ground. when all the standing rigging changed, all the running rigging, and I've got to change the deck light, take off that antenna for the television because I don't use that anymore. I'll come to the top here, and then this is where things get really interesting. I have a problem with the anchor light. It's getting power to it, the bulb has failed. But this is the other problem. This is the wind sensor, and it's totally kaput. I mean, it's actually not in very good condition at all. So I'm going to change it out and put a nice new one on. That's really quite simple. Just undo these screws. Now this one has a cable going through, which I won't be using anymore, because this one here is wireless. That's tight. This comes with all these fasteners. Yep, it's the same. Not the easiest thing to press about, is it? Oh. To hold it a little, the other one in place. Should be directly forward. Right, first job done. Next up, I remove that cable from the mast because that's no longer needed. It should be this one. Yeah, the core. That's the cable here. No longer needed in the mast.